president of Transparency Institute, not of the country.
Sorry, yeah.
I have aspirations. Okay, I'm afraid I have to read from something because I have a difficult job here introducing all of these wonderful guests we have here today. So, first of all, thank you all for being here. Commissioner, Mr. Sharma, Mr. Rose, and thank you all guests for making the effort today. So, all the protocols being established, good morning. The 2011 Business Guyana publication of the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce contains an article on our golden economy. I quote, "The combination of high gold prices, lucrative global market dynamics, and substantial foreign investments is paying handsomely for Guyana's gold mining industry." The article goes on to say, as a group, most miners are relatively young males, with many coming from repressed coastal communities. Many months ago, the Guyana Women Miners Organization emerged to disabuse many of us of the notion that the mining world was a man's world. The Guyana Women Miners Organization is a non-governmental organization that has been established to ensure that women in Guyana are able to negotiate their equal and equitable access to the mineral resources of our country. The principal objectives of the GWMO are to give a voice to women's issues, make visible their contribution to in the mining sector, and to initiate, strengthen, and expand opportunities for women in the sector. Mr. Mona Grooms, a miner of 26 years, heads the GWMO. We are pleased to have her here today to present on a topic she's all too familiar with. When I asked her to speak on transparency and accountability in the mining sector, I have to tell you she laughed and said, "I don't need to prepare a speech, I can talk and talk and talk, just put a clock in front of you." So Mr. Mona Groom will be our first speaker this morning. Our second speaker, Mr. Nadia Sagar, a man whose work is very much in the public fore, but who we know actually very little about. I had to prepare an introduction to him, and I realized that I actually know very little about Mr. Sharma, who keeps a very low profile. Yet his work keeps many of us busy, in particular Mr. Christopher Ram, who's sitting at the back there. Let me tell you a little bit about the Audit Office and, of course, Mr. Sharma. The Audit Office is the public's watchdog for government accountability and serves the public interest by checking that government organizations spend money collected from taxpayers carefully and without waste. I think we all understand the importance of the Audit Office and the role of the Auditor General, who is also responsible for the day-to-day management of the Audit Office and its employees. At the risk of being repetitive, we are pleased to have Mr. Sharma on our panel of speakers. I look forward to hearing him speak about transparency and accountability in the public sector, which is critical, of course, for improving government performance and combating administrative corruption. I hope also, coming out of this interaction with Transparency Institute, the Audit Office can, in the future, that we can find mutual areas on which to collaborate. Next, His Excellency Mr. David Devine, Canadian High Commissioner to Guyana and Ambassador to Suriname. I can tell you about his qualifications, but I won't, because it's all available online. What I will tell you is that I met David Devine early on in his tenure as High Commissioner to Guyana. I formed the opinion that he was keen to learn as much as possible, in as little time as possible, about what we were all about. And by we, I mean Guyana and its people. I have since developed a profound respect for him and the role he has played in promoting corporate social responsibility and supporting social justice and government initiatives. He has demonstrated his support for the work of Transparency Institute by making this workshop possible through a grant from the Canadian government and by his willingness to listen to us. I can tell you he's heard me rant and rave about many things and has been courteous enough not to interject or tell me to hush up. And I've always appreciated it. So on behalf of the Institute, I welcome Ms. Sandra Jones, who's chosen to sit in the audience for now. Is a human resources management and development specialist with more than 25 years experience in both public and private sectors in Guyana, and the Caricom region. She's the founder and principal consultant of S.B. Jones Associates, a management consultancy firm, active in human resource management and development, compensation structure design and management, strategic planning, organizational development. Transparency Institute has invited Sandra to be the facilitator of the substantive session of the workshop, largely because of her facilitating skills honed over many years through her involvement with donor agencies, governmental and non-governmental organizations. Ms. Sandra Jones. Dr. Thomas Singh, sitting over there, who will be the chair of the proceeding. Dr. Singh is an economist and one of our directors on the board of Transparency Institute. Mr. Christopher Ram, sitting at the back, chartered accountant, attorney at law, and member of Transparency Institute, will close the workshop with his remarks and thanks. And finally, I would like to introduce you all to Moray House, the home of the late David De Carey's. The De Carey's family have established a trust, Moray House Trust, to foster and preserve artistic expression in Guyana's diverse culture. The primary goal of the trust is to provide a sanctuary for cultural and artistic expression and the exchange of knowledge and ideas. And I think that's what we're doing here today. So, as much as you enjoy the workshop, please also take some time out to enjoy this beautiful home and all that it has to offer. It really is the best of Guyana's architecture, represents the best of Guyana's architecture. So, when you get the chance, please feel free to wander around and check the wall out. Please don't take anything. I have been tempted many times to do that, I must admit. There's a particular painting over there I fancy on my wall at home, but you know, leave your cards and get that in my handbag. Anyway, enjoy.